In a city of golden stone lived a sculptor named Elias. To the world, Elias was the hand of genius. It was said he did not carve the marble. He simply revealed the forms that were sleeping within it. His statues were not just stone. They were emotions, captured and held still in the light. Kings and queens paid fortunes for a single piece, and the world celebrated his name. But Elias was tormented by a terrifying secret. His genius was a visitor, not a resident. It was a lightning bolt, a blinding, chaotic flash of inspiration. When it struck, he would work for 3 days and 3 nights without food or sleep, a storm of marble dust and furious sound, and a masterpiece would be born. And then, silence. For weeks, sometimes months, Elias would be empty. He was a hollow vessel, terrified and adrift. He would walk into his perfect, light-filled studio and stare at a new, flawless block of marble. He would feel nothing. No vision, no fire. His tools would feel heavy, alien in his hands. He was a fraud, paralyzed by the silence, terrified that his last strike of genius was truly his last. After creating his most famous work, The Weeping King, the silence that followed was the longest and most profound. A full season passed. He was paralyzed. Unable to bear the stillness of his studio, he would walk the city's outer roads, disguised in a simple cloak. His anxious pacing led him to the edge of the great quarries, where the raw stone was pulled from the earth. It was there he first saw the old man. His name was Thomas, and he was a simple stone cutter. His workshop was not a temple, it was a dusty, open-air shed. He did not create statues. He cut blocks for walls and simple basins for village wells. All day, every day, Elias heard the sound from that shed, a sound that was constant, rhythmic, and to Elias's ear, maddeningly dull. Tap, tap, tap. One afternoon, in the grip of his own terror, Elias burst into the shed. "How?" he demanded, his voice a growl. "How do you do it? How do you strike the stone when you feel nothing, when there is no inspiration, no fire?" Thomas, the simple worker, looked up, his eyes clear and unbothered. "I do not wait for the fire," he said. He set down his mallet. "Come." Elias, annoyed, followed the old man to a small stream. Thomas pointed not to the water, but to a massive granite boulder by its edge. "The secret is there," he said. Elias saw nothing but a rock. "What trick is this?" "Look closer," Thomas said. Elias knelt. He saw a deep, smooth groove, a channel carved into the indestructible granite. He looked up and saw its source, a single drop of water falling from a mossy overhang high above. Drip, drip, drip. "This is your secret?" Elias scoffed. "A drop of water. I am a master of the marble. I am the lightning." "You are," Thomas agreed, his voice soft. "The lightning strike is your talent. It can split an oak. It can shatter this boulder in a fiery instant, but it strikes only once and it is gone. It breaks. It does not shape." He pointed to the groove. "The water drop is weak. It has no fire, but it has one thing the lightning does not. It is consistent. It falls in the same place over and over. It does not wait for inspiration. It does not care if it is in the mood. It just falls. And over 1,000 years it has done what your lightning could never do. It has carved the stone. The lightning is a slave to the storm. The drip is the master of itself." Elias returned to his studio. The blank marble mocked him. He felt the old panic rising. No fire, no lightning. He was empty. He was about to flee when he heard it in his mind. The sound of the drip. Tap, tap, tap. He picked up his smallest chisel. He felt no inspiration. He struck the stone. Tap! It was a tiny, useless, pathetic sound. He struck it again. Tap! And again. Tap! He worked for 1 hour. He had made almost no progress, just a small rough patch on the vast block. But a strange feeling had settled in his chest. The anxiety was gone. By focusing only on the tap and not the masterpiece, his mind had become quiet. The next day, he did not wait for the lightning. He just began. Tap, tap, tap. He was not a genius. He was a stone cutter. He was the water drop. And in that steady, simple daily work, the inspiration he had been chasing finally found him. We are all told to wait for the lightning. We hunt for motivation. We wait for the one big flash of genius that will change our lives. And so we sit, paralyzed by the silence. But this is the secret of the simple worker. True power is not in the talent you were given. It is in the choice you make every day to be the water drop, to be consistent, to show up even when you feel nothing, because the drip, in its steady patience, will always carve the stone.